Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
Office Bloke Daz.
Collectively ready Office Blokes.
Yes.
It's a true factual statement. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, because about 60% of people aren't.
Wow.
Watch us.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so if everyone did, we'd be getting close to 500,000 subs by now.
Wow.
Will be, yeah.
So there you go. Pop a little sub down there for us. Right then, Andrew Tate destroys Piers Morgan in a chess match. Fair warning, I want to say I've seen this.
Right.
I actually watched the full interview that he did with Piers Morgan yesterday.
Yeah.
We sort of became aware of him reacting to a video of his, I don't know if it was called his best moments or his like, it was a compilation, and he said some pretty hairy stuff. And out of context, there's like, even I was like, come on, mate.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I know he's had a lot of issues over the last few weeks or few months. I remember him from being on Big Brother.
right.
And he was quite outspoken on that.
Yeah.
And Piers Morgan's very outspoken.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, I'm not sure if I know Andrew Tate.
We've reacted to him.
We reacted to one video.
Oh, he might not have been here.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I maybe if I see him, I'll remember who it is.
Might have been when he was off.
It could have been, actually, yeah.
Right.
When we did that video, I was a bit like, you know, he's coming across like a bit of a cock.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I've watched more stuff with him, and he still kind of comes across like a bit of a cock. It's just a lot of the stuff he said has been misrepresented, allegedly. Or I watched a guy called Patrick Bet David does a podcast. He's like a businessman from America, and he did a 5-hour podcast with Andrew Tate,
Oh, yeah.
where it was actually listening to his life story and him explaining things he said that are out of context and other stuff. And he's actually like a crazy intelligent, well thought out person.
Oh, right, okay.
And like,
I've not seen anything since we reacted to him.
yeah.
So what was he actually famous for then, Andrew Tate? For being on...
He became the most Googled person on earth last year,
Right.
And I think it's through, like, he's a world champion kickboxer,
Yeah.
but then he's done, like you say, Big Brother.
Yeah.
I think his brother did Castaway,
Right, okay.
and I don't know. He just kind of blew up through viral clips of
Yeah.
him saying things. He had a thing called the Hustler University, which is like people sign up to it to build this community of people that want to succeed in life and help each other out. It seems like one of those Breakfast Club sort of things on a grander scale. It's been called a pyramid scheme.
Right.
I don't know enough about it
Yeah.
to know anything.
Just out of context, what's that guy called, that United fan that goes, give me Giggsy to the end of the season?
I've no idea.
I think he's called Andrew Tate.
Oh, is he? All right. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
Bizarre.
we also, you know, I don't particularly like Piers Morgan, but I do find myself agreeing with him on quite a lot of things.
yeah.
He says what a lot of people
He divides
are thinking,
opinion,
but-
don't he?
Yeah.
Some things I think he's one of those. Some things you can agree on, and sometimes he has to go to the right people saying the right things. But other times, I think he's sort of like
Sometimes he's just
way
trying
off
to
the
be
mark.
inflammatory, isn't he? Just to
course
get
he is.
a clip
Yeah.
or get a reaction.
I don't like it when he doesn't go his way. It's like a big baby.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, like I say, I watched this whole interview yesterday, so I've seen this, but we will get into it. Andrew Tate destroys Piers Morgan in a chess match.
And with 5 minutes left on the programme, we're going to have a game of speed chess. Winner takes all. All right, well, you're white. Off you go.
It's racist.
Off we go. 5 minutes, go.
That's racist, Piers. Cancel Piers Morgan.
Okay.
Are you good, Piers?
Well,
Are you
clearly,
going to destroy me?
clearly from this opening, better than you.
Yes, aren't we?
Andrew Tate's dad was a chess grandmaster.
Oh, really?
By the way, he's like world renowned.
Is he called Grandmaster Flash?
Grandmaster Tate.
I can't play chess.
I
Don't know how to play it.
I know
I used
how,
to be able to, but I haven't played for absolutely donkey's years.
I'm the same. I know how to play it, but I wouldn't be very good against anyone that
No, I
actually plays
wouldn't.
it.
But
I was
yeah.
too busy playing football when they were doing chess lessons at school. No way I was
They,
sitting down
they did
doing
chess
this.
lessons at your school.
Yeah.
They had like chess club.
Wow.
They had one at ours, I think, chess club.
Yeah.
I'm sure they
It
did.
was all the proper nerds going. There was no way I was going. There was no girls going.
Okay. Let's be aggressive, shall we?
School chess champion, eh?
It's tense.
Certainly.
Lennox Lewis was better than you when I played him.
Was he?
Well, he beat me 39 times out of 40. Check.
Yeah, he is pretty good at the game, I heard.
Time to get aggressive with you, Mr. Tate. Show you a bit of toxic chess masculinity.
Well, the world's been pretty aggressive with me lately, Piers, so I'm used to it. It's fine.
Okay.
Oops. Apologize.
How long we got?
Why do you think the Queen?
3:45.
Why do you think the Queen gets to jump across the board and the King doesn't?
Because it's sexist.
The game of chess is sexist, but perhaps it reflects life, Piers. Haven't you
Perhaps.
ever thought that when you look at a yacht in Dubai,
You're running out of time. Stop stalling. I know what you're
fine,
doing.
I'll just take your
Oh, God!
I'll just take your Queen?
Damn it.
I was trying to give you a little speech there. You didn't want to listen to it.
No,
I was
I
trying to
didn't.
tell you when you see a yacht in Dubai, the girl just gets an Instagram invite, gets to jump right on board. She
So
gets
listen.
to run across the board and do whatever she wants, but the man has to get there a square at a time. The man had to buy that yacht. That's the difference between being a man and being a woman. That's why the Queen gets
You
to
know
move how
what?
she does.
A chivalrous man just always lets ladies go first.
Life and chess
That's why I
reflect.
let you go first.
Life and chess reflect, Piers.
I've made a catastrophic error.
That's a little taste of like the controversial things he says, you know, that have kind of made
Yeah.
him blow up
right,
a little
okay.
bit.
Yeah.
The interview was actually really good,
Yeah.
and Piers was a bit more respectful with him.
I've
But
not watched him on this new channel yet.
is it like an internet channel or is it actually a TV
No, it's on
channel?
TV.
Yeah.
Because he puts it all on YouTube.
It's definitely a TV channel. I think it was. Is it UK News? Is it on? Is it part of
Something
that?
like that.
Part of that
Yeah,
channel.
I think so. Yeah.
But I'm bouncing back.
Let's see. I always accidentally take someone's chick.
3 minutes.
I don't even mean to. It's just like, oops.
You need to stop knocking
Keeps
my
knocking
pieces
them
over.
over,
Like
doesn't
that.
Dog.
Is that a tactic?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident.
Yeah.
What's that logo? See if it says follow us at the bottom. You got Instagram, Facebook. What's the one after it?
Twitter, sorry, TikTok.
Is that TikTok?
Yeah,
Is it?
TikTok.
Okay, right.
It's not getting in my head. They're talking to me saying you're getting in my head.
How do you think chess reflects life?
I think that it's all about strategy.
Correct.
That if you're good at chess, you can be good at pretty much anything because it's about thinking ahead, it's about planning, it's about relentless practice.
And you know what else is beautiful about chess?
Mm-hmm.
If you lose, somewhere you made a mistake. There is no luck.
Absolutely right.
In chess, even if it's the smallest mistake, somewhere it was your fault.
Does it remind you a bit of Tony Bellew?
He does a bit.
It does actually. It
Yeah.
looks a bit like
slightly
him.
thinner, sort of like
Yeah.
version of him.
Could be like Tony Bellew's brother.
Yeah,
right?
he's definitely got a look of him.
Yeah.
Teaches absolute self-accountability, which
Yeah.
is something that we need a lot more of in the world today.
That is true.
And that's why chess is so important. You can take my knight if you want.
Okay.
You don't want it? Why don't
No,
you want my knight?
Because I'm playing a long game.
Ah, okay. Thought you'd want it. I'm going to leave it there.
On speed
in case you
chess.
take it anyway.
Okay.
I'm going to go.
Because I know what you want me to do. And I'm not going to do it. Actually, I will do it now.
Okay, good. Check. 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 Check.
How long? I need to buy some time here. I need to buy some time. This is really playing well on radio, by the way.
I'll have that. Thank
Damn it! I'm screwed. I'm screwed. How
Don't
much-
say that.
How long have I
Piers.
got? 1
You
minute
need to
12.
Believe in yourself.
Oh, I never ever give up.
Believe in yourself,
I
Piers.
do believe in myself, thank you.
Self-belief is important.
I do believe in myself, but this has not gone well. You're quite good at chess, I'll give you that.
Yeah, well,
It's not what he was
in
saying
the
at the
chessboard
beginning.
of life,
No,
I've
it
done
wasn't.
pretty good.
Not at all.
I've done okay. Check.
The question is, can you beat me in time? You've only got 50 seconds.
Check. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
Let's see. Mate in 2, Piers. Yeah, you can have that. Doesn't matter. It's mate in 2. Check. Mate. Good. Good game, sir.
Well played.
Thank you.
25 seconds away from safety. Okay, well, Andrew Tate, I'll give you something. You're good at chess.
Thank you.
You have to be. You just beat me.
I know you're a internationally renowned
What has
player.
chess taught you about life? Quick.
Whenever I've seen Piers Morgan do anything sporty, and I know this, don't get me wrong, this ain't a sport, I get that, right? But when I've seen him do anything where he challenges someone, he challenged, was it Brett Lee, bowling at cricket?
Yeah.
And Brett Lee fired some balls down. I think it was Brett Lee or Glenn McGrath, one of
Yeah.
them. And he got battered.
I bet.
He
Yeah.
got he bruised all up his ribs. I don't think he hit one ball. He was going on about how good at cricket he was before, you know. And I think you've seen him something to do with football as well, where he's going on how good and he just doesn't look like he can play football to me.
No, he doesn't look like a footballer, does he?
And I think that ended badly as well. So whatever I've seen him do so far in our chess, just got his arse given to him.
So he's clearly overconfident in everything he does, isn't he?
And it just doesn't really sort of like stand up to what his boasting sort of skills are.
Maybe his tactic is to just be overconfident about everything, and then like 2 out of 10 times it'll stick and it'll pay off, and
He'll
he'll
blag his way through it, sort of thing.
Yeah, I think he is a blagger.
Yeah, he got torn apart at cricket. I can't remember who was bowling against him.
I mean, if it's Brett Lee or something like that.
I think for some reason I've got Brett Lee in my mind, but I'm not sure if it was Brett Lee.
What school did he go to? His private school, didn't he?
I don't know.
I feel like it was one of the, politician-y schools.
Yeah, not sure really.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I can teach you a lot of things. Like I said about the queen being able to run around the board, the king having to move a square at a time, about the fact you need to think ahead, absolutely everything is your fault. But there is a saying, which is actually one of my favorite sayings in the world. It said, a well-played game of chess is a sign of a gentleman, but an expertly played game of chess is the sign of a wasted life. And it's kind of sad.
I played Lennox Lewis on Celebrity Apprentice, 39.
He doesn't listen, Piers, does he? It's like he asked him a question and had his next thing queued up that he was going to say.
Yeah.
Let him finish his waffling on, and then I'm going to talk.
Yeah.
Wasted life, and it's kind of sad.
I played Lennox Lewis on Celebrity Apprentice 39 times out of 40 in America years ago, and he beat me 39 times out of 40. And I was amazed. He was taught by his mum, but he was all about the way he fought, the way he boxed, was all down to the way he played chess.
Yeah, chess.
It was all about looking ahead, getting ahead of your opponent, planning punches, all that kind of thing.
Chess absolutely reflects life, and even I say this now in my business meetings with my team. A lot of the problem in the world today, especially with teams and businesses, etc., everyone wants to be the king. But if you want to have a team, if you want to have a side that wins, if you want to win a game of chess, everybody has to know their role and do their role effectively. There can be a king and a rook and a pawn and a bishop and a knight, and everyone does everything correctly. And when that happens, you have a very formidable board and you're hard to beat. And chess reflects life absolutely. It's something I do every single day.
What kind of man was your father?
He was the greatest man on the face of the planet. But luckily he had me, and now in the natural order of the universe, he is gone, and I am here, and I carry his name, and it is my duty to bring honor to him. And this is one of the greatest things about achievement, because achievement honors your ancestors. People talk about my father because of how successful I am, and people will talk about me into eternity, even after my death, because of how successful my son will be. This is the great thing about achievement. It's an honor to your ancestors.
What would he have made of your success, your father?
He would be extremely underwhelmed by it, because he always expected it of me. I am Emory Andrew Tate III. I can do whatever I put my mind to. And he would be like, well, of course, you decided you wanted to become the most famous man on the planet. It took you a few months, of course.
Does your mother ever do what my mother does and occasionally go, I think you went too far there?
My mother has absolute trust in my abilities and capabilities. She says, be careful.
Could you say, is he British or American or a bit of both?
There's a bit of both.
He's got sounds a bit English sometimes, but then he's got a bit of an American twang as well, hasn't he?
Born in America.
He was born in America.
Yeah, he was brought up in America until he was like 8 or 9 or something, and then moved to Luton.
Yeah.
See, I thought he had more of an American educated accent. I know somebody who's probably born in somewhere, I don't know,
I'm not sure where in the States.
Singapore, something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or Turkey,
Yeah.
but born to British parents or American parents somewhere, and had an American education, an American school. So he's got that, but to a British parent, or lived in Britain for a bit.
Yeah, I think his mum might be British and his dad was American.
Right.
And I think he grew up in America, moved to Britain, and now he lives in like the UAE or Dubai or somewhere like that.
Oh, interesting.
Do your best, but you are the most capable and competent man on the planet. And
That wasn't the question.
That's what she says. She says, be careful.
Does she ever say you shouldn't have said that?
Nah, she knows better than that.
Really?
No, never. She says, just be careful. You know what you're doing. It's kind of hard to argue against me, and this is what my haters seem to struggle with. It's hard to argue against a person who is monumentally successful in every single human metric that can possibly be measured. This is why young men respect me so much.
Would you ever tell your mother what to do?
They want to be my life.
You ever tell her what to do?
I don't need to. She's a full-grown woman.
Would you ever tell her what to do?
I would give her my advice if she asked for it.
You say you can't leave the home, you can't drive, all those things you joke about? Or?
I'd give her my opinion. I would say perhaps you should move house now, or perhaps that's not safe, or I would absolutely, because I'm responsible for her safety. And when you're responsible for somebody's safety, you have an opinion, and you need to have a firm opinion on that subject. So completely. For any woman I'm responsible for her safety, I will sit and say, that's an unsafe thing to do.
How much are you worth?
I'm a billionaire by now.
Dollars or pounds?
About dollars. We're not in pounds yet, but we'll get there.
So what to do?
Yeah, we have a little bit of work to do. But
finally, I know you don't know anything about football and care even less, but Greatest of all time, Ronaldo or Messi?
They're both two very hardworking men. I have absolute respect for anybody on earth who dedicates themselves to this.
Diplomatic as well, eh? He's a confident guy, isn't he? Wow.
I think that's where, like,
Gee.
he, in that interview, he alluded to the fact that some of the things he says are semi-satirical. And there's like, because Piers was pulling up tweets and saying, well, what did you mean by this? And he's like, it's semi-satirical. You know, I mean some of the things I say, but I'm also taking the piss.
Yeah,
He looks like he's got a bit of a twinkle in his eye there, actually, that he's
He
not
did at the
100%
end, didn't he?
serious
Yeah,
about absolutely everything. You know,
I think he's one of them that sort of like gets people sort of like riled up by some of the things. You know, the most popular person on the planet. You know, that's debatable.
And like you said,
No, he was the most
but-
Googled person on the planet. Google released it.
But he
last
knows
year.
that, doesn't he? Like he says, he plans things in advance, like you do in chess, and he knows what he's saying in advance, doesn't he, to get people talking about
Yeah, he
it.
does, but to be the most Googled person doesn't mean you're the most popular.
Oh,
Or,
definitely.
you know,
No,
I mean,
it's
people
not the
might
most
be
popular.
Googling, going, "Who the fuck's this guy?"
I think that's
sort
what
of thing, and looking for it. You know,
I think it's a lot of parents Googling who he is because their kids are repeating some of the things they've heard
Right.
on TikTok
Yeah.
that he's said.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's talked about a lot of things, but some controversial things, especially out of context. And if a young lad hears a soundbite of one sentence he's said and then spouts it off in front of his mum or his parents, it's going to be like, who the hell is this Andrew Tate guy that's making you think that women shouldn't drive?
for me, he's quite, like I say, he's one of them. He's a guy who's he's likable because of the way he talks.
He's very
Interesting.
Like, the things he says, where he's talking about being absolutely accountable for everything you do, and if you get it wrong, that's your fault. A lot of his message seems to be quite positive stuff, and he says a lot of his views are views that were held by people 20 years ago in the UK, but now we think that we've gone too woke. But to me, he's like, he'd drive me mad. You know, if you actually knew him and you were talking to him and stuff, he's so intense.
Yeah,
that
he
it'd
seems
be
that way. He seems very intense, and again, you know, with him and Piers Morgan together, it's proper intense, isn't it?
Yeah.
you can only
very
listen
much
to you can only listen to 10 minutes of that. and
Two
then you'd
big
be like-
egos there battling each other, isn't it? Without a doubt.
Yeah.
That Patrick Bet-David podcast he did sort of changed my opinion of him quite a lot. When it's 5 hours of him talking and he can back up every statement he's ever made, he will back up.
Yeah.
And he'll discuss why he's got an opinion or whatever. And I don't agree with everything he says.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyone who's that well thought out that can actually back up their opinions, it's hard to.
He's got a plan.
hard to
He's
argue
got a
with,
plan.
see.
He's going for it, isn't he? So
Yeah.
fair play to him.
Yeah, good on him.
There's one of the viral clips. I think someone's slagging him up, saying it's all fake and he's not rich or something. And then he asks them what colour their Bugatti is, and they say, "I've not got one." And he's like, "Well, stop talking to me then," because he's got two. I think he's got like a couple of Aerons or a Chiron or something.
Wow.
But it's like, I think he lived in Romania for a bit, and he was showing like all his supercars on his driveway in Romania, and he's got like 20 supercars or
Really?
something ridiculous. He's a proper baller, without a doubt.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, good one.
hope you guys enjoyed it too. Don't forget like and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next
Cheers,
one.
guys.
Cheers.